What's up, everybody? Chris Langan here, welcoming you into part 3 of Demystifying the double stroke roll. Now, if you made it to this video, great job. Don't stop. Your doubles are going to improve more and more every day. I'm already seeing results from my private students who are doing the exact same course. Now, in the last video, we talked about increasing tempo while playing doubles as eighth notes. We also discussed how the fingers are beginning to play a bigger role in the second stroke as tempo increases. We'll be looking at more of that in a bit. Secondly, we worked on some double stroke check patterns. Hopefully you guys are starting to increase the tempo with those as well. Make sure you're practicing in front of a mirror and keep a close eye on the motions. All right, now before we get into part 3, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up and ring the notification bell to be alerted about further videos in this series. Also, if you guys are interested in supporting these videos and other drum lesson content, why not join my Patreon? You can join for as little as $1 a month by heading to patreon.com/Behind the Beat with Chris Langan. Also, that link will be below in the description. All right, guys, let's get into this video lesson. All right, guys, so in today's video, we're going to be going through 20 exercises out of a book called Rolls, 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 etc., etc., etc. by Joel Rothman. But before we get into that, I want to quickly show you guys a couple really cool finger exercises that'll help you build some strength. Now, the first one I was taught by Mr. Mike McCalco. You may have seen him, if you follow him, you may have seen him do this to warm up before doing any type of pad work. What we want to do is take our pointer finger and our thumb, put them together, and extend the other 3 fingers. And much like you would snap your fingers, right? What we want to do is try and catch the inside of our middle finger with the outside of our pointer finger and make a snap. You want to go all the way in and touch your palm and then all the way out. You're going to feel a lot of burn right here. I know that Mike likes to do it for at least 5 minutes with each hand. That really loosens everything up nicely for you. Okay, I'm not going to do it for 5 minutes here now so that we can get on with the video, but this is something that you could definitely do. You can even see it working my forearms right here. Okay, that's really going to help when we get into playing doubles because we need our fingers to do a lot of work now. All right, the next thing that you can do are some basic finger exercises with the stick. We can actually isolate each individual finger and use them all together as well. So what we want to do is find the fulcrum of the stick and rest that in our pointer finger, okay, right in the first knuckle of your pointer finger. Close your thumb over top. Okay, so when you look down, you should actually see your thumbnail. What we want to do is just play some eighth notes, exercising the pointer, okay? Then we can move on and work the middle finger. We're still going to hold it with our pointer and thumb, but now the middle finger is going to be pumping the motion here. So the stick is just rotating on my pointer finger. Okay, then you can move down to your ring finger. Keep all the other fingers away so that we're just isolating that one finger. Then, of course, the pinky finger. Okay, you can do this in any random order. You can go up the fingers, down the fingers, however you really want to do it. Then you can get all the fingers involved. Okay, now if you've never done this before, you might find that it's a little hard to keep control of the stick. It does like to kind of move all around the place. So if you're having trouble controlling the stick, one tip I'll show you is to, set it up the same way you had it initially, but with your other hand, come and grab the tip of your pointer finger. So grab your nail, just like that. That way, you kind of have a little extra stability. I know it's hard to see. It's almost like having training wheels on a bicycle. Okay, you don't want to rely on that forever. You do want to get to a point where you can do it just like that, okay? Obviously, all of these exercises do with the left hand as well. Okay, one more exercise I want to show you before we get into rolls is this. So, what you want to do, get both of your sticks, take, in this case, I'm going to take my left hand, and I'm going to put that stick underneath my forearm. I'm going to grab my other stick with my right hand right at the tip. Okay, we're going to hold it like this. And what I'm doing is, again, isolating all the fingers, starting with the pointer. It's almost like doing curls for your fingers. And I just put a stick here so that I'm not slapping my elbow or my arm. Okay, again, go down, then try your middle finger. Then your ring finger, your pinky, and you could do all of them. Because think about it. What does this translate to? I'm holding the stick by the tip, but if I put it back to its fulcrum, I'm using my fingers, okay? So these are 3 great exercises that can warm you up before getting into any type of pad workout or really anything behind the drum set. All right, let's get into 20 exercises from rolls. All right, guys, so today we're working out of a book called Rolls by Joel Rothman. Now, if you own the book, fantastic. Open it up to page 4. If you don't own the book, do not worry. I've left a PDF in the description of this video. Go ahead and click that link. You can open it up in a new window or print it out. Now, the name of this exercise is called Exercises with Open Drags. So first off, let's get drags out of the way. What is a drag? A drag is simply a double stroke on one hand, much like we've been doing. Okay, a drag is actually one of our 40 rudiments. So if you've gotten into the rudiments, you may have seen that term come up before. So we have 20 measures in this exercise, and you'll also notice that each measure is in the time signature of 2/4, meaning that there's only 2 beats per measure. You'll also see that each measure has 2 groups of 16th notes. So the way we would count each and every measure in this exercise is 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a 1E and a 2E and a. You can also see that we've given you the rights and lefts. You know, we want to play right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Always starting with the right hand. All right. One other thing that you're going to notice within these measures is that some of the 16th notes have what appear to be a dash going through the stem of the note. That is the drag. That is basically telling us that that note is going to be performed as a double. All right. So for example, let's just take number 1. You could see that the first note of beat 1 has a dash in it, and the first note of beat 2 has a dash in it. So the way we would play that, again, simply count 16th notes, but double the note that has the dash going through it. So number 1 would be counted like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a. Okay? So on and so forth. What's great about this exercise is that it's giving each of our hands a turn to perform some doubles. You never kind of know when you're going to have a right hand or a left hand. I mean, you do know by looking, but it really randomizes it. And some measures are going to be strictly rights. Some will be 2 rights and a left. Some will be 2 lefts and a right. It really mixes things up and gives a good balance between performing the double on each hand. So the way that I want to go through this with you guys today is in one shot. We're going to do the entire exercise. I decided on 45 beats per minute. That seems slow enough without being too slow. However, if it's still too fast for you, feel free to slow it down and go at your own pace. But I'm going to do each exercise, each measure, I should say, 4 times before I move on to the next one. So 4 of number 1, 4 of number 2, 4 of number 3, and so on, all the way till we get to number 20. All right, guys, let's give it a go. One E and a 2 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a. All right, guys, so how did you do? Were you able to keep up? If not, that is okay. The beauty about these kind of exercises is you could do them in so many different ways. The way that I chose to go about it was 4 times of each bar before I move on. If you wanted to do it 5 times of each bar, 10 times of each bar, if you wanted to just spend an entire day on the first bar only and do bar 1 today, bar 2 tomorrow, bar 3 the next day, you could split these up into so many different ways of doing it. Not only that, but you can change your tempos and all sorts of things. So, you want to make it cater to yourself. Make it so that it's doable. You don't want to put yourself in a situation where you're feeling frustrated that, I can't do it like he did it. There's ways of designing it to make it a little bit easier on yourself at first. And then once you get familiar with all of the different bars and all of the different, drags in different spots, you can start challenging yourself to, I'm going to do 4 of each and run the whole thing at, 80 beats per minute or whatever. All right, guys, I hope that this has been helpful. Take your time with this as every other exercise. Take your time. I'd rather you do it correctly than, just trying to get through it to say you did it, but, making a ton of mistakes along the way. All right, guys, make sure you subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up. Ring that notification bell. Share this video with your friends, any other drummers you may know that are struggling with doubles. Let them know about this series. All right, guys, until the next lesson, happy drumming.